Then Triple H gets ready for his match, but then he gets told by a guy saying, "Oh, you're not able to wrestle." Triple H answers with, "Does he like his job?"
Yeah, I quite like this. I like how he just said, like, he's pretty much said if he's not allowed to wrestle, then the doctor's fired. I like that, and it's just the way he said it. It was like, if, yeah, like, does he like his job? Because like if he doesn't get out of, he isn't allowed to wrestle tonight, he's gonna have to look for another job, which I liked. Wording is like my bad paraphrasing here.
Of course, what ends up happening is people are going to hate it because Triple H is supposed to be a corporate man, which automatically means he's a bad guy. However, he's Triple H. He's a good. That's what people were complaining about. It's like, well, you've got to understand is like, what do you want him to do? Would you have preferred him to just not say, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not scared, I'm not well enough to wrestle, okay, fine, I will sit back. I mean, you can't win. I mean, unfortunately, Triple H wouldn't have been able to win, even though I was kind of like thinking, you're only going to destroy Kurt Axel, even though, we find out whether he does or not. It was just, I just don't get the problem with it. It was just like, that's what people were saying. They were like going, oh, he's not supposed to fight, he's not supposed to be threatening people to fire. Is it just take it. Just take it for what it is. He was wanting to wrestle for his pride, not because he's a bad guy. He's not throwing his weight around. If you had that power, you're telling me that you wouldn't do that.
And then there was a backstage segment, and it was just about the Caitlyn Secret Admirer thing. Who, it's not really anything to really say about it. It wasn't like neither good nor bad. It was just a bit uninteresting in my opinion.
It was.
I've mentioned who I think Caitlyn Secret Admirer is. I think it's AJ playing a joke on Caitlyn.
That's Cody Rhodes came out. They were.
Oh, is it Cody Rhodes? Oh, I hope it's not Cody Rhodes. And then Natalia and Caitlyn stole the phone off him, and it proved not to be him.
It's just the fact that they just presumed as well. They were like, "Oh, he's on a phone. It must be Cody Rhodes because he's got a phone, and he's the first person we see." Yeah. It's grand old, classic kind of writing. Let's just. Like a round of applause to them. It leads on to the King, speaking for ages about who Jack Swagger's secret, who his opponent's going to be. It's after King's speech, and people it turned out to be Randy Orton, which was a massive shock.
I know,
whoa! I'm glad I didn't bet my house on that one.
I'm glad that. I'm glad that none of the fans were disappointed by this.
It was Great Khali. Great Khali got more votes than R-Truth. If you're going to fix votes, just please try. There's no way that people would want to see Great Khali over R-Truth. There's no way, not a chance. That was stupidly fixed.
Maybe it's because Great Khali's from India and Jack Swagger's current gimmick. It may be that, but this is obviously fixed. It was just by the picks, and there was a similar issue a couple of years ago with Mason Ryan against Sin Cara or Evan Bourne. Overall, it was a pretty good match. It overstayed its welcome, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
It's just a bit too long, and it got really boring. It wasn't. It's not bad. It should just be cut a bit short.
Yeah. It's like if you were wanting to have 2 long matches, I say possibly make Alberto Del Rio and Biggie Langston's match a bit longer if there had to be a long match. Maybe or even put in Cody Rhodes and Zack Ryder the whole entire match instead of just I don't know. But yeah, it was that leg lock thing was used infinite amount of times, 3 times too much.
It had good psychology, the leg, because the Patriot lock. Yeah. But it was just it was just a bit dull. Like they just kept going back to the same thing.
Well,
And Randy Orton defeated Jack Swagger, which wasn't really a shock in my mind. But yeah, in what was an alright match, just a bit boring.
hopefully Jack Swagger will start getting some wins relatively soon because he's been losing. He's lost quite a bit recently. So let's start seeing Jack Swagger get some wins. Let's go.
And then it was the match we've all been waiting for: Triple H against the debuting Kurt Axel. Or Curtis Axel, I should say. Kurt Axel. This was a no contest because Triple H collapsed after, during the match. This was a back and forth match. I heard before I watched this. I didn't watch this live. That this was pretty much just Kurt Axel getting beaten senseless. It wasn't. Triple H got a bit of offense at the start, because Kurt Axel was being arrogant and cocky, and he got a punch in the face because he's Triple H. He's being 12, 13, 14, 15 time world champion.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna be cocky towards a guy like Triple H.
Well, it was I was worried about the fact that, it was going to be Triple H getting, punching Kurt Axel in the face countless times, beating him up, spine buster, pedigree, match going to be over, Brock Lesnar was going to run out, F5. I had this all in my head, how this match was going to go, and one thing I was actually happy with, I was wrong. Instead, Triple H felt under the weather, he started...
He it was the whole concussion, his head injury.
Yeah.
But I think that... there should have been something done to trigger it done by Kurt Axel, to make him look a bit more like a monster. He should have kicked him in the head or knee dropped him in the head or something like that.
Well,
but not just targeting the jaw.
But it was a good match either way. Kurt Axel, he held his own against Triple H. I thought it was really good. Well done, Kurt Axel. To all the people that are just quickly, saying, "Oh, I don't like this guy." You did that with Fandango as well.
And also, it's his first match. It's his first match with a new gimmick.
Yeah.
Give it a chance. If you don't like it within a month, then fair enough.
Yeah.
So call him a jobber. Call him anything you want.
Well,
it's just one day. One day. You're judging him after one day.
I mean, it's just you did that with Fandango, and now look at Fandango. You all love him. You think that you all cheer. I thought with the whole Fandango thing, it was going to be about him. Fandango. I thought it was going to be kind of like that. That was going to be the new YWC kind of mentality-esque kind of thing, but too much people are going on about Kurt Axel. He's only famous, or he's only there because he's Mr. Perfect's son. It's maybe Mr. Perfect's son would give him a bit of an advantage, as in for moves, and kind of he'll be able to he'll have had that experience from a young age. It doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean jack.
And also he retrained The Rock.
Yeah.
All of your heroes, he helped train him again.
So don't start just claiming, Kurt Axel, he's going to go nowhere. Because, as I said, look what happened to Fandango. Well, overall, really good Raw event.
A bit too long, in my opinion. The 3 hours, it did get a bit boring.
Yeah.
Maybe try to have a bit more content. I know, no one in WWE is going to be watching this video, but it's just my idea. It's just that.
I mean, 3 hours, it looks good on paper, more wrestling, but the problem is I did find myself getting a bit bored, going near the end. I mean, Extreme Rules flew by, even though it wasn't brilliant. But this, even though it was good, it was just too long. It's kind of that kind of thing. So yeah, that's us done. We will see you all later.
Bye.